Erling Haaland is currently averaging over a goal per game across multiple competitions. This is a volume of scoring that forces a reassessment of what we consider a standard elite strike rate in the modern era. While most fans recognize the name through weekend highlights, there is often a gap between seeing the goals and understanding the context behind them. We are going to test how deep that understanding actually goes. This chart maps the Football Fandom Index. It plots the hours you spend watching matches against your verifiable knowledge of the sport's history and data. Many fans occupy the bottom right quadrant. You might watch every weekend, but lack the historical context to weigh a player's current achievements against the past. We call this the highlight trap. To determine your position on this index, we have designed a 12-point fandom audit. It is structured in 3 tiers: base level, contextual, and deep data. This audit will measure your football return on investment, providing a clear look at whether your knowledge is robust or limited to what is currently trending in your feed. Phase 1 establishes the baseline. This tier tests your awareness of mainstream facts and the player's early career milestones. Question 1. Which Norwegian club did Haaland start his senior career with before moving to Molde? Was it Bryne, Rosenborg, or Brann? The answer is Bryne, where he started in the academy at age 5. Fans who focus exclusively on the Premier League often overlook the specific development pipelines that produce these athletes. Question 2. Against which team did Haaland score a record 9 goals in a single match during the 2019 FIFA U20 World Cup? He set that record during a 12-0 win against Honduras. Question 3. What is the specific name of the pose Haaland assumed for his signature goal celebration? It is the lotus position, which has since been integrated into the FIFA video game series. Recognizing a celebration is a sign of cultural awareness, but it provides little insight into a player's tactical profile. Question 4. Which 2 iconic forwards has Haaland explicitly named as his idols? The first is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Haaland identifies with Zlatan's physical presence and scoring style. The second is Cristiano Ronaldo. Haaland uses Ronaldo's professional longevity and athletic conditioning as a blueprint for his own career. Clearing these first 4 questions proves you are a regular consumer of football culture, but the audit is about to move into analytical territory. Phase 2 is the contextual tier. This requires you to evaluate Haaland's records against the historical benchmarks of the league and the continent. Question 5. In October 2022, Haaland became the first player in Premier League history to score a hat-trick in 3 successive home matches. Which team did he achieve this against? He secured that record during a 6-3 win against Manchester United. The fact that he maintained his scoring efficiency during a high-pressure Manchester derby suggests his output is not dependent on the defensive quality of the opposition. Question 6. Haaland broke Andy Cole's record as the fastest player to reach 50 Premier League goals. Exactly how many matches did it take him? For years, Andy Cole held the benchmark, reaching 50 goals in 65 matches. This chart shows the discrepancy. Haaland hit the 50-goal mark in just 48 matches, 17 games faster than Cole. This illustrates the high level of efficiency found in modern, data-driven strike play. Question 7. By scoring in his first 3 Champions League appearances as a teenager, Haaland matched whose historical record? He matched Karim Benzema, becoming only the 2nd teenager in history to achieve that scoring streak. Question 8. Which specific award was Haaland presented with in 2023 for scoring the most goals for club and country across a single season? This shows Robert Lewandowski with the Gerd Müller Trophy, the award Haaland won in 2023. It reflects a growing emphasis on purely quantitative scoring metrics. Clearing Phase 2 separates casual viewers from fans who track objective performance data. We now enter Phase 3, the Deep Data Gauntlet. This tier filters for those who investigate obscure details and macro-level stats. Question 9. What specific athletic discipline did Erling Haaland's mother, Marita Braut, compete in? She was a heptathlete. This adds a layer of multidiscipline athletic context to Haaland's physical development that goes beyond typical football training. Question 10. In which athletic event did Haaland reportedly set a world record in his age category when he was 5 years old? He recorded a distance of 1.63 meters in the standing long jump, suggesting his explosive physical profile was apparent well before his professional career. Question 11. Whose record did Haaland break to become the fastest player to reach 100 league goals in Europe's top 5 leagues? As this graph shows, Haaland reached 100 goals in just 103 appearances. That is 30 games faster than the previous record holder, Cristiano Ronaldo. Question 12. In October 2024, Haaland became Norway's all-time top scorer. Whose record standing since 1937 did he finally break? He overtook Jørgen Juve, who had held the record for 87 years. Surviving this final tier suggests that while historical legacies remain significant, the output of modern, optimized athletes is operating on an entirely different quantitative scale. It is time to calculate your score. This bracket maps your results to your current football intelligence tier. Between 0 and 4 points, you are a highlight consumer. You mainly absorb the sport through high-engagement clips rather than deep research. Scoring 5 to 8 points makes you a system player. You have a solid grasp of the current season, but your historical context has room to grow. If you scored 9 to 12 points, you are a decisional analyst. You possess elite retention, but you need higher-level challenges to stay sharp. Improving your placement on the index requires consistent testing against a rigorous database of the sport's history. This is where the Football Quiz Soccer Legends iOS app becomes a high ROI tool for your football knowledge. The app features a database of over 100 deep dive legends per club, forcing you to look past the highlights and into the actual stats that define the game. Stop relying on your feed and start your own audit. Download Football Quiz Soccer Legends on iOS and begin optimizing your football intellect today.